Ezra, chapter 3. When the seventh month came, and the Israelites had settled in the towns, the people assembled as one man in Jerusalem. Then Jeshua son of Jozadak and his fellow priests, and Zerubbabel son of Shealtiel and his associates began to build the altar of the God of Israel, to sacrifice burnt offerings on it, in accordance with what was written in the law of Moses, the man of God. Despite their fear of the people around them, they built the altar on its foundation and sacrificed burnt offerings on it to the Lord, both morning and evening sacrifices. Then, in accordance with what was written, they celebrated the Feast of Tabernacles with the required number of burnt offerings prescribed for each day. After that, they presented the regular burnt offerings, the new moon sacrifices, and the sacrifices for all the appointed sacred feasts of the Lord, as well as those brought as free will offerings to the Lord. On the first day of the 7th month, they began to offer burnt offerings to the Lord, though the foundation of the Lord's temple had not yet been laid. Then they gave money to the masons and carpenters, and gave food and drink and oil to the people of Sidon and Tyre, so that they would bring cedar logs by sea from Lebanon to Joppa, as authorized by Cyrus, king of Persia. In the 2nd month of the 2nd year, after their arrival at the house of God in Jerusalem, Zerubbabel son of Shealtiel, Jeshua and Jozadak, and the rest of their brothers, the priests and the Levites, and all who had returned from the captivity to Jerusalem, they began to work among the Levites, 20 years of age and older, to supervise the building of the house of the Lord. Jeshua and his sons and brothers, and Kadmiel and his sons, descendants of Hodaviah, and the sons of Henadad and their sons and brothers, all Levites, joined together in their supervising those working on the house of God. When the builders laid the foundation of the temple of the Lord, the priests in their vestments, and the trumpets, and the Levites, the sons of Asaph, and the cymbals took their places to praise the Lord, as prescribed by David, king of Israel. With praise and thanksgiving they sang to the Lord. He is good. His love to Israel endures forever. And all the people gave a great shout of praise to the Lord, because the foundation of the house of the Lord was laid. But many of the older priests and Levites and family heads who had seen the former temple wept aloud when they saw the foundation of this temple being laid, while many others shouted for joy. No one could distinguish between the sounds of the shouts of joy and the sound of weeping, because the people had made so much noise, and the sound was heard far away.